I'd like to give a personal shout out to K Marie, person that believed in me from the beginning, pretty much keep me in the rear to get me started. Thank you.
If you look in the mirror, the speed different to mill deeps. Reversing the time and the speed limit is not all as it seems. Shit, even the weed different. In search for stimulation, scratches and knee itching. Yearning for knowledge and understanding as a man. So you understand that to survive is always to advance. And sometimes this life that we live seems to advance, to cling to every chance and breathe so we can stand. Then again, can you really live without a challenge? One needs the other. Everything requires balance, and that time is now. So sit back and listen and realize that me and you are no different. We human beings who always adding chapters to our story. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Endless Purgatory.
Welcome to Endless Purgatory. This is Tamil Deep's IOC, bringing you an end of season special. Kind of wanted to crank one more episode out. Just felt like doing it before I go into the next season. So, with that being said, sit back and relax as I go into today's topic is going to be reflections. What do you see when you look in the mirror, and how do you look at yourself? And what many people may probably look at themselves as well. How do you view yourself? Anyway, enjoy the content. I appreciate everybody taking the time out to listen. Thank you. Enjoy. Thoughts are endless, but life isn't. If you don't do something, what's stopping you now but excuses? Think about it. Endless purgatory. Everybody has done it, you know, either going to use the bathroom, going to take a shower. At one point in time, you've looked in the mirror and checked something out, or you may have just looked in there and just stared. And every once in a while, you may stop and just actually just look at yourself and analyze. Some people do. And you just stop and look and like start looking at things that you probably never seen before. Like, where did that hair come from? Where did that mole come from? Am I losing hair? Why am I, you start asking yourself certain questions. And then you start looking, going down from your face, and you start looking down at your body. And then you start thinking about other things as far as like, where the time gone, or why do I have this new thing, or why do I have that, or where did this come from? Some people sit down and look at themselves as a whole when they stare in the mirror. Maybe something that was, something that is, or something that is to become, and think about everything that has led up into where you are now and what you see today. So my question to you is, what do you see? What do you see when you stop and look in the mirror? Do you fully accept the person that you see, or do you want to change something? Why do you want to change it? Is there a specific reason why it needs to be changed? When in a specific image, you're pretty much perfect the way you are. Or are you? I'm pretty sure some people refuse to accept that who you are is perfect, and the only flaws is what you make of them. You create flaws on something that is supposed to be perfect. You, as an individual, are unique in who you are, but you choose to create faults to justify wanting to change something. Why change it? Why change something that is already pure? Why create something that isn't needed? Why not just accept who you are and move forward? Is it something that you live with? Or is there something that you look at and say, I don't like that? But not all reflections are external. A lot of reflections are internal, mostly in the mind. How do you view yourself mentally? Are there things that you live with or that you deal with that you either haven't processed or you haven't fully gone through? Or do you still continue to deal with them to this day? And what do you do about them? And is there something that you feel that is broken inside of you that you want corrected? And how do you go about changing that? How do you go about fixing that? Or if you have, what do you do with the person that you are today? The person after you have, fixed things that have been broken. What do you do about today? How do you make today greater than yesterday? How do you make the person that you are now a better person? How do you prove to yourself that who I am now will be better and is better? So once you figure that out, once you've figured out what you see externally, what you see internally, step back into that mirror and look again and make sure that the person that you're looking at is exactly who you want to be. Because if not, then you're doing yourself a disservice and the people around you, because you haven't fully became the person that you see looking back at you. Who do they see when they see you? Who are you? And as a listener, who are you? Are you the person that everybody sees, or are you just a reflection of who you are? If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. It's not fair to the people that know you or the people that see you. It's not fair to yourself if you give off an image of somebody that doesn't exist in a reflection, or doesn't exist in that mirror you look at, or doesn't exist to that person that's looking back at you. It's not fair to you, and it's not even fair to nobody. So why create something that isn't needed? Why try to change something? Why try to make these different alterations in your personality, your visual, your mental? Just be you. Just be what you see, and it'll pay off. It'll make you a better person for it. It'll make it better for the people around you. It won't give them an idea of something that you see differently, and vice versa. Be what you see. That's it. That's it. For those that haven't figured out, be the guidance to people that haven't had it figured out, because not a lot of people can actually look at themselves in the mirror. Not a lot of people want to see the person that they know, because they know the person that they see in the mirror is not the person. Is not the person they want to be. And the person they see in the mirror probably doesn't even want to exist, because maybe things have just gone too far and they can't even stand and look at themselves. But knows one day they would love to do that. They would love to look up and be able to accept the person that they see. But how? The only way you can accept yourself is just to cleanse your thoughts. Stand straight up and just take ownership, flaws and all. Every individual that looks in the mirror sees something completely different than what most people see. Where somebody else may see something greater, somebody may see something completely different. The individual may look and decide that what they see isn't what's meant to be, or what they see needs alteration, or what they see needs a little bit more work. You're fine. You're only not fine when you try to find reasons for things that don't even matter. Like they are the way they are, and it's okay. But when you worry about things that don't even concern you, or even need to be a problem, or need to be an issue, is where things start to become an issue. I say all that to say this. When you look in the mirror, can you accept who you are? Are you true to yourself? Are you true to the person that you see? Or are you just maintaining an image? But anyway, I appreciate you taking the time out to listen. This is just a quick episode I want to do before I finish out the full first season. Just a quick little episode. But until next time, stay safe, stay sane, and secure in your mind. Release.